Are you not entertained? Is this not why you were here?
Ooh, lucky bastard.
You being sarcastic or something like that?
Fool, you should never mix with drinks.
What are you, retarded?
We'll have to take this abuse much longer.
You're a fool! You're a fool! You're a fool!
Oh, that's what we call diarrhea.
You think this is a fucking joke? This ain't Kenny camera. There's no hidden cameras.
Oh shit, I've said fuck. Oh fuck, I've said shit.
That's your ass. Get a weapon collector, ass.
I could knock him out in the shed. Are you kidding me? That is crazy.
Stop it, please. For God's sake, please stop it. There's no more time.
Is this not why you were here?
Alright, everyone. WeaponCollector here. Yeah, I'm fucking fucked. I've been in the shed still up until about 10 minutes ago. Because I just needed to get some shit done. It's been a bit of a nightmare lately that every time I want to have a day even not doing something, if I don't want to do something, I have to do loads of shit, but it's none of the stuff I want to do. Right? And then on the days when I want to do something, I can't do none of it. So I just decided tonight to fuck it, and I'll just go mental in the shed and do as absolutely much stuff as I can. But now means my fucking hands are probably going to be killing me. I don't know, I'm fucked. Anyway, hello, how are you? And I'll show you what I was doing in a minute. Amongst other things, I've done a lot of things tonight. So hello, Deep in the Bunker, how you doing, mate? Peach, how you doing, mate? Sharon and Tom, how are you two? You right? Deep said, good news, everyone. I went to the military fair today and won a British officer's swap. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, that's proper decent. Nice one. Even better news, the military surplus gear is stupidly cheap, and I got a sleeping bag and a bivvy for 20 quid. Nice. Trying to get rid of this chewing gum. Nice one, mate. Yeah, that's excellent. Pete says, sunny when I'm at work, raining, shit on my days off. Yes. Well, I get you. I totally get you. Yeah. Yeah. So I just wanted to have a relaxing day today, not really do anything, but there was packages needed doing. I had to do the dishwasher twice today, and I still didn't get everything clean. So I had to do, and I mean a full dishwasher load, as in you can't get any fucking more in it. 2 dishwasher loads, and then I had to hand clean stuff. I had to cook my mum's dinner, which I don't normally do on a Saturday. Did them packages, made some rulers. It's, you know, that stuff's all right because, you know, it's for sale stuff. What else did I do? Couple of other random things in the shed, and then I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to start my not forged in fire knife. Would you like to see it in a minute, Peach? It's not finished, but this is, I'll show you how far I got today. I think I went in the shed about 6 o'clock, so 4 hours, about 3.5 hours, maybe. It might have been a bit earlier than that, I can't remember. It was after I had my dinner anyway, and I have my dinner about 5:30 normally. I had been in there before then, but that's how long I've been doing the knife, from about 5:30. Danny, how you doing, mate? Shakira, how you doing? You right? Steve Knievel, how are you? You right? Mr. B1000, how are you? Even among said, quit your jibber jabber and I can get to work. There's no rest for the wicked. Now that is true. That's the problem. That's the problem, D. I've been too wicked in my life, and now I'm being punished for it. Well, fucking fuck now. Hello, Mart. But no, my problem is I'm always like this. I'll get on with the stuff, and I'll get on with it, but I like to moan while I do it. I'm definitely a moaner. I'll give you that. I'm not one of these people who moans though and then doesn't do it. I will moan and moan and moan, but I'll still do it. I just like people to know that I'm not having fun. Oh, fucking hell, I'm fucked. Richard, yeah, go on then. Just show me, like nobody else. Well, I thought, I know you want to see it. This is nowhere near finished, but this is what I got done today. So I didn't get all the pins in because I couldn't fucking find 3 nails. but the guard is on. The blade is. It's got the bevels. It's for the people watching vertically. Coffin-shaped handle, white oak, which I might keep quite. I might keep that handle quite light coloured. But yeah, I couldn't find another pin. Did a bit of sort of file work on the guard. But yeah, it's nowhere near finished yet. The handle needs shaping. But I just wanted to make it so it was enough for me to at least hold tonight. So the handle will be thinned down, well, tapered, thinned down to meet the guard, because obviously it's fatter than the guard at the minute, so that'll be coming down a bit. Yeah, thank you, Pete. Yeah, and then next time, so I'll finish that the next time I go in the shed. That won't take long. And then make a sheath for it. And then I'm just waiting for other people's stuff. How you doing, Rich? Right, mate? Hello, Dave. Steve Knievel said, any update on the crossword? No, I checked today, mate. I checked today. Nothing. Not that I have one. I sold it at Car Boot for 15 quid more than I paid. That's good. Obviously a dodgy geezer. I'm happy. So was he. Yeah, nice. No, at the minute, nothing yet. I looked today. I pretty much look every day. What I need to do is set up one of those. You can set up on your computer a thing called Google Alerts. So if anything gets posted online that says UK laws update or something, I'd have to decide what to put in, because obviously you don't want it having every video. But yeah, so you can select like news channels, crossbow laws, and then if it happens, it will alert you. But I check every day anyway. Right, where are we? Glad you like it, Pete. Yes. You might win it. You might win it. You never know. This knife, if anyone's wondering, will be going into a sort of competition. Well, it's not a sort of competition. It's a competition that we're doing called the Not Forged in Fire knife build. And whoever wins will win this knife. It's got a 9-inch blade. So I didn't go mad, but I thought 9 inch, that's plenty. Because you don't know what I'm like. I like to have fucking like 14-inch blade Bowie knives. Yeah. It's not sharp yet. But yeah, that's what I was doing. I got a bit pissed off and I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to make my knife. Do something I want to do. Yeah, it's nowhere near finished yet though. Do you know how I got that paint off, Peach? So the paint, and I was wondering whether to risk getting the paint off by hand, because it does make my fucking hands kill when I do it. I basically just put a bit of sandpaper, quite rough sandpaper, down on the bench, clamped it down and just fucking rubbed the knife on it. And it doesn't take that long, and you get a good enough finish that, you know, that's not going to take much to get that looking nice, is it? But those things we said about the sponge disc will do it. The only reason I didn't use the sponge discs is I just literally couldn't be fucked to find it. If I'd have known where my one was, I 100% would have used it. Yeah, quite a nice shape, isn't it? Picture, I like the shape. Yeah, it's quite nice. I quite like the shape of that. This is sort of kind of shape I would like to, you know, just the knife I want, really. I like the wideness of it. Yeah, so this one, Dave, is from a thing called a slate ripper, as Pete said. Yeah, slate ripper. Decent thickness. You know, they're not massively thick, but they're thick enough. Yeah. But yeah, that's nowhere near finished. God, I feel fucked. Right. Let's get some coffee in me. Anyway, what have you lot been up to? Well, I had a coffee all fucking day. Flick it. Oh, what for the noise? No, nothing on this one. No. Not yet, anyway. Maybe it might do, but no. No. Yeah, listen to that sad old dull sound. Some of them do. Some of them do fucking sing, though, don't they, Pete? And then some don't. No, sadly not. You know what, Rich? You was living my dream today. He said, I've done nothing all day. Well, that was what I wanted to do. Oh, by the way, our Queen may not be on tonight. Yeah, I didn't want to do anything today. The problem is it's getting to the stage where I don't have any like weekend now. Unless I'm fucking hungover. But I can't be asked to keep drinking. So yeah, David the Bank said, do the forged in fire apple slice and copper pipe puncture test. Ah, well, we've got a different idea. So we are going to do the not forged in fire tests, but those tests will involve, as far as I remember, cutting a milk jug and as many cuts as you can get, cutting the lid of a Coke bottle straight down the middle, sharpening a stick, 1-inch stick, and there may have been one other test. Yeah, chop a Coke bottle cap. Yes, I've not decided whether it's going to be up or down yet. I can't remember what I said. Yeah, I think that'd be quite a difficult test because you got to hit the bastard first. It can be Diet Coke. Well, I don't know. Are the lids smaller? I don't know. If the lids are thinner, maybe not. I'll have to have a look. To be honest, it don't really matter, Peach. It don't matter. Use anything you want. Richard said, tried getting some speed tests on the £90 bow, but chronograph was giving me gibberish. It's a pain in the ass when that happens, isn't it, Rich? I hate that. Cutting an orange lid. Where did you get that idea from? What? I don't know. Right, who's been doing that? That's right. I generally don't know, Rich. Is that what he who shall not be named used to do? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, so that's white oak on that. I might try and keep it light as well. Evil, Aiden. I was late tonight, but I did say I was going to be late. I am absolutely shattered. Fucking knackered I am. When I do the video to this, well, when I do the video to the whole not forged in fire thing, I'm going to sort of critique people's building that, not critique them, but I'm going to mention stuff like, oh, I wonder if they'll have this difficulty. Because I'll tell you what, making bowie knives and making knives, well, it's not as easy as it sounds because it ain't, but like, there's little things that go wrong while you're doing them. Like, if you've got a coffin shaped handle that's fatter here and thinner here, and then you cut the slot of the guard for that width, it won't go on. Fucking bastard. Yes. Beeswax, yes. I may well do. I think I probably will fall. I have got. Oh no, it's the stand. Yeah, so I have got some beeswax. Pepe, how you doing? But yeah, I think I'm going to keep it light coloured. Wax. Oh, hello, Co-Bunny. Sorry, mate. I missed you. Hello, Steve. How you doing, mate? You alright? Don't forget to like the stream, everyone. Rizzo, you know who tried taking credit, so he never cut orange jugs again on video. Oh, yes. Now I remember. Yes. Pepper, we're all tired. Apparently so. Apparently so. Yeah, Danish oil. Peter, don't want to fuck around with the guard hole. No. That's one of the most difficult things, doing the bloody hole in the guard. But yeah, I'm going to have to tidy that up. There's a little hole under there that you can see, obviously, where the guard had to be bigger. But that's, it's all cosmetic things that have to be done anyway. But I'll be able to sort that out. As I say, it's nowhere near done yet. But yeah, coffin-shaped handle means the hole in that has to be bigger, and then it shows. There's what it is. But you can get around that. John, how you doing, mate? He said, Mike, I'm alive, taking a long break from Discord. If I go to another account after this, I'll email you. Okay, mate, yeah, that's fine. Hope you're all right. Yeah, Danish oil. Co-Bunny said, I love the Umbrella Corporation Tactical Bowie. I didn't even know they did an Umbrella Corporation Tactical Bowie. They said that's why I'm not doing a coffin handle. Yes. And you know the other fucking bastard thing? Drilling holes. Drilling holes in hardened steel is a fucking bastard. However, there are ways around all these things. But I'll mention that when I watch someone get a drill. I say, oh, I wonder if they're going to have trouble with their drilling. You know, shit like that. I wonder if they'll remember this, I wonder if they'll remember that. Steve said, any Spyro news? I want to start recording that soon. So maybe in the next couple of weeks. Sometime in April, I'll start recording it. However, that don't mean it'll get done for a while, though, because that takes a while to edit all of that. However, this next episode, I'm going to try and film it mostly just myself with just added content from people giving me ideas, which means I'll better do it a bit quicker. Some of the episodes, if I need to get them done quick, I've just got to do it myself. You know what I mean? We can't see the comments on the screen. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, Russian. There you go. Read what you missed now. Who's injured? Did you say you're injured, Eva? What you done? Perfect. There are different styles of edge. There's different styles of knife edges for a Bowie. Yes, there is. Yeah, yeah, different shapes, lots of different Bowie knives, isn't there? Yeah, not just one standard shape. Evil said, and I read that. John said, in other news, I bought a Glock 17 Gen 4, $298. Be here next week. Nice. That's good. That's nice. That's good, mate. Koban said, yeah, I want to make a sword, but don't have the tools to do it. Yeah, you can make, if you want to make a basic sword, you can do it with like a little belt sander and an angle grinder and some basic tools. 32 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. Is it the Bowie knife pulling you in, viewers? Why are you watching? But yeah, I like these. Partly why I use this slate ripper for this build is I like the quite thick, not thick, wide blades. But do you use oil when you're drilling through hardened steel? I use right. The two methods I use for drilling hardened steel are what I use is water mixed with a bit of cooking oil, and that's because I've tried using stuff, and there's more water than cooking oil, but cooking oil, when it starts to burn, doesn't smell horrible or toxic, and neither does the water, obviously, because it just sort of boils off. I've tried to use like old motor oil and stuff like that. That fucking stuff burns your nose when it starts burning and makes your throat hurt. So I'm never going to use anything like that ever again. And what I use is I bought some like tungsten steel tipped sort of drill bits, cheap drill bits from Temu. And I managed to drill, there was like £7, no, 7 drill bits for about £4, right? Which is fucking good for anything that will cut hardened steel. I drilled these 3 holes. It broke after that, but for that kind of price, you can pay 10, 15 quid for a drill bit for hardened steel and break it in the first fucking hole. So it doesn't matter so much if they break because you're expecting it. The other thing I did get, it was on the recommendation of Timbo, and I think it was a locksmith's drill bit. Locksmith's drill bits, yeah, they'll cut through. They'll cost you about maybe a tenner per drill bit, but they will drill through hardened steel quite a few times. I've done at least like 15 holes now with this locksmith's drill bit, and it's still drilling now. Blaze Military, how you doing, mate? He said better for productivity long term rather than work 5 days a week, 9 hours. Yes, well, exactly, yes. Yeah, but take it easy. 6.5-ish days, still 45 hours, keeps me motivated, more time to relax. Yeah, my my sort of work days are very odd. I don't have a set time. But yeah. Dave said, I watched Shadowversity earlier. He had a friend of his buy and sent him some swords from the US, bought from Temu for $80. Most of them really good quality. Yeah, fair enough. Where does Shad actually live then? Does he live in Australia or something? Dave said, I hate the government, but they put the mockers on us buying blades from Temu. Yeah, you can't get any blades from Temu, can you? You can get them elsewhere. Evil said, I was trying to avoid some wanker who refused to give way. I hit a deep pothole that could only be described as a road canyon, for fuck's sake, and then careened into the curb and thought, like, fucking hell, I hope you're alright. What a nightmare. What did you hurt? Steve said, how is Ed doing, mate? Do you know? I haven't spoke to him since I spoke to him online through email in January, I think, and he said something about taking a break from YouTube. I think I'll message him if you want and find out, Steve. But yeah, he pretty sure he said he was taking a bit of a break. He don't get on YouTube as much. I'm just trying to think, but that was in January, I think. So yeah. He said you need to make a sub 3-inch folding knife from one of those slate rippers. Of what, that thickness of blade? You know, you could make a Lansky Madrock type style knife. But yeah, you could do that, couldn't you? Sherlock Homeless said, wouldn't it be possible to drill through hardened steel with arc welder using the cutting rod? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, probably. I don't know if it would fuck how hot it would make the whole thing. But yeah, you probably could do that. It was in my right knee took most of the impact. Fortunately, it's just badly grazed and bruised. Even that can hurt quite a lot, can't it? Last time I had a graze on my knee, it was about that big. And I'll tell you what, that fucking well hurt. Surprised me. So I hadn't had a graze. You know when you have grazes as a kid, you know, you just have them and you don't really care. That fucking graze I had on my knee a couple of years ago, fucking killed. It's surprising. I found it surprisingly painful. Yeah, well, I hope you get better soon. Oh God, I'll put that knife up. My hands are starting. You can't really see it, but I think I'm going to get a blister on my palm of my hand. Not from wanking. If that was the case, I would have had them every day since I was about 15, 14, 13, maybe. I don't know. Mother said, are you sure Zed took a break? Or maybe you changed, bro. Oh, I definitely changed. No, I messaged him around about the time of his birthday. Because I think his birthday is near the time of the anniversary of the Spirophiles. Which is the 16th of January, I think. Anyway, I'd spoke to him then in an email. Yeah. Steve said, cheers, Mike. Send him my best. I will do. Spacey, how you doing, mate? You all right? So anyone wondering what this is the Bowie knife that I am making for the not forged in fire knife build. So this has been made without any kind of forge. Oh, I forgot to do the I need to ask the AI on YouTube what the best title to put a live stream is. Tomorrow night, by the way, at about 7ish, 7:30, there'll be a premiere of the video I did with Funky talking about the knife laws. If people are interested. Dave said I lost a fair bit of clout a couple of days ago. I had to give 6 cats flea tablets, fuck's sake. Hello, Demon Gamer. What was the most expensive weapon to buy? Well, I don't normally spend a lot on my stuff, so not up there. The most expensive thing I've probably ever bought was one of my crossbows. Didn't I buy the Vlad, or did I get most of that donated? I don't know. So I've got stuff up there that's quite expensive, but I didn't have to buy it. I don't spend a lot of money on weapons. I don't have the money to do that. I don't know. Richard, think the hand issues were from spending too much time in Pornhub. On Pornhub, yes. Probably, Rich, probably. I suppose I've got my newest video up early. See your upcoming tomorrow. Yes, yeah, there's a premiere. It's on tomorrow, Dave. So there's a premiere coming tomorrow. What I did with Funky. Mother says someone showed the tang of Cold Steel Laredo. It's not full tang. It has a crap spring steel. What a shame for a $500 knife. Yeah, that's a bit shit for a $500 knife, isn't it? Come on, man, get your full tang out. Then the game said nice collection, by the way. Thank you. Blaze Military said cutting compound works well for drilling hardened steel for knives. It's black grease, high boiling temperature, so leaves no residue, dissipates heat, unlike oil that boils off at low temperatures. Yeah, how much is cutting compound though? I've never really. I tried to look into like homemade cutting compounds and stuff like that. It's trying because I don't really like spending a lot of money on things. But yeah, so I'll look into cutting compound. Evil said I cleaned it up when I got to where I was going. I had to cycle a few miles to use a cash machine. Then I was back home, same distance, fuck's sake. Did I miss one of your comments? I thought I was... Oh, yeah, no, I've taken my time and used up many... Oh, this is full. Many grinding bits on the rotary tool going through hardened steel and the bus. Yeah, it can be a nightmare cutting, drilling hardened steels. WeaponCollector Scrooge. I just don't have the money, Rich. I wish I was fucking Scrooge. I wish I could go diving in coins and... I know Scrooge McDuck we're talking about. I ain't got no money. Charlotte Holmes says, Homeless said the best for drilling would be thermite. Nice. But yeah, a bit of water and cooking oil. I got them in my kitchen. I can even get a bit of fucking cooking oil out the fucking deep fat fryer if I need it. Would you buy a cold steel bowling ball? What the fuck would that be for? I don't know, Mother. What the fuck would it be for? For bowling? If it was for bowling, definitely not. How would a bowling ball be a weapon? Don't make me look up cold steel bowling ball, for fuck's sake. Cold steel bowling ball. What is it? I don't know, Mother. I don't know what it'd be any use for. Evil said I've got a feather cushion under my leg now. Good. Yeah, keep your leg up. Keep it clean. Put some gelling on it. What's a bastard? I hope you saw it, the person who did it. Is Mother telling you? Maybe. I don't know, Pepe. I don't know. I ain't got a fucking clue. Doesn't help that I'm very tired. Bruce said cutting compound is not so expensive. Can be gotten on eBay. Okay. I'll have a quick look, mate. Thank you, Bruce. Yeah, I don't suppose it's that bad, is it? About 15 quid. It depends how long it lasts. Yeah. Would I buy a cold steel motorbike helmet? Probably not. Probably not. What, is you asking for the collectors out there? Blades Military said it's worth it. You can drill. You can get drilling compound too. Basically same, but slightly different working temperature. About 25 quid, 500 mil, and you get tiny jar for about 10 quid. Big tub lasts decades. Well, if it lasts decades, that's very different. Yeah, you know, if you're buying a big tub and then you don't ever have to buy it again, that's fair enough. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah. At the minute, though, see, you've also got to remember these are reasonably thin. So with the drill bits I've got and the method I'm using, it's not that much of a bother, really. But if I was doing it more, well, I do make these semi-regularly, but it's, I don't know. I get what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying, but I don't know if it's necessary for what I need at the minute. You know what I mean? You'll see. When you see the video of this being made, you'll see. But no, I get you. I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. I'm a bit like that, though. There's a lot of things that I could buy that might make my life slightly easier. However, a lot of the time, it's not worth it. Do you know what I mean? I can't think of one off the top of my head at the minute. But I will keep that in mind. Thank you, Danny. I'll put. Do you want me to? I'll add another 10 on your things. Sorry, I'm struggling to talk now. On to the giveaway. By the way, the giveaway for the crossbow is still going if anyone wants to join in. There is no highest bidder, but obviously the highest bidder is more likely to win. Just because they'll have more tickets, and Danny's like outpacing everyone at the minute by probably well, a lot anyway. Buy a prosy. Would I buy a cold steel prosy? Yes, I would. Thank you, Danny. I do appreciate that. Yeah, got it, mate. Got it. Did you accidentally send me £1 first? And then had to send me 9. Oh, gosh. Right, let me add you on. Let me add another 10. Oh, fucking hell. I would buy a cold steel prosy. See you later, Rich. Although I don't know how a cold steel prosy. I don't know. Also, they need to stop banning items. People enjoy. Fucking hell. They need to stop banning items people enjoy legally because some idiot misuses them. Causing injury to someone is already illegal. Exactly. That should be enough. Bring back hanging and let's have guns. Let's say, yes. Pepe said, would you buy a cold steel flashlight? Probably not. Probably not. Blaze Military said, tungsten steel carbide tips are normally expensive but last longer than tipped ones and can be reshaped. Try UK drills. They're cheaper than anywhere I know. Give partial refunds for minor damage. Okay. What was that? UK drills. All right. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Mother said you would buy a cold steel Freddy Krueger. Yeah, I would, but it don't exist, do they? What is this tonight? Fucking hell, Mother. This one goes out to Mother.
I don't have to take this abuse much longer.
Right, what am I looking up? UK drills. Okay. You said. That's driving me bloody mad, Pete. It's driving me fucking mad. You said, he said, you said. Yeah. Charlotte Graham said, yes, stop the bans recently in Czechia. Laser and plasma rifles were made May issue. Come on, you lot. I can barely read tonight. I can barely talk. And most of you lot are talking in fucking sentences that aren't fucking real or right. They all work for Cold Steel R&D. Yes, you said. I nearly said Cold Steel said then, for fuck's sake. Mother said Cold Steel plasma rifle. Yes, I buy a Cold Steel plasma rifle. Blaze Military said, I use a drill press, so do I. Impart a lot of force to make drilling easier, and the big one refurbished only 50 quid. So what I did, Blades, was my shoulder is absolutely fucked nowadays. I can't do any manual drilling for very long. Otherwise, my shoulder absolutely kills. Or can't do any cutting or filing, makes my shoulder hurt. So I got people to invest a bit of money and bought a pillar drill. Yeah. And that worked pretty good. And that does make a hell of a difference drilling. That's another difference when you try to drill like hardened steel and shit. But saying about that, if you do have any problems drilling stuff like this, you can always go for things like the weed slashers that, if you use the bottom half, already has holes in it and stuff like that. So there are methods you can get around to not. Or at a push, because the scales will be covering it, you can put a angle grinder and make a little slit. Do that on both sides. Not too. Don't have the slit all the way along, but where you need the pins, put a slit in each side till they nearly touch, and then you can smack through with a fucking punch. I've had to do that before when I didn't have any drill bits. Or you could glue if you've got good enough glue, you could just glue your handle scales on. Would I buy a cold steel RPG? Do you know what, Mother? I don't need to, because I already got a lovely gift of one. Thank you. Yes, research and development. Yeah, thank you, Evil. I knew what you meant. I was just tired. Fool said that knife is quite intimidating on a 48-inch screen. Nice. That's good, isn't it? Cold steel drill bits. Crow, how you doing, mate? He said, I don't have any skills in making shit, but I have a shit ton of metal. There you go. What are you going to do with all the metal that you can't hang nothing out of? Sell it to people who can. Yes. God, my fucking shoulders are killing me now. My neck hurts. I haven't took any ibuprofen, have I? But yes, cold steel drill bits. Peach, how's yours coming along? So Peach is joining in the It's not going to take much to get that nice and shiny, that blade. Quite happy with that grind as well. It'll come out quite nice. Because that can be a bit of a pain in the ass getting them like really nice looking. You can, even if they're not nice looking, you can still, get your knife nice and sharp. But obviously, if you're going to sell it or give it away, the better it looks. Cold steel toothpick, yes. Oh, you got all the bits, have you, Peach? What's everyone been up to today? I know some of you replied. Charles said magnet fishing and scrapping is a good source of metal sourcing. I have more aluminium than common sense. Fuck's sake. Pete said I need to see if I have any epoxy. You know what? Metallic said to me about epoxy the other day. See, this is what I was getting at. This is one of the things. The reason I don't do any welding, and the reason I've only ever used epoxy once in a knife build, is because I always thought epoxy was really expensive, and I never bothered learning how to do welding. But because of that, I developed loads and loads and loads and loads of different ways that now I don't need to weld. I don't think I've ever done anything where I've thought I need to weld, because I've always thought of some other way of doing it. And epoxy, I've always thought of some other way. Epoxy's great, don't get me wrong. Welding's fucking amazing, epoxy's amazing. But due to not being able to afford things, or I've found other methods. Mother said, Mike, I think we will wait a long time for the guy I told you about to give more information about the RPG. Just make the video, mate. Okay, I will do. I'll get as much information as you've told me, and I'll do it, mate. Drilling on hardened stainless steel, I do making things like security chain eyelets for security, expensive items in garden. Ah, nice one, mate, yes. Yeah, if you're doing a lot of it, it makes sense to get the better stuff. Coburn said I ordered the Medford S7 machete. Cold steel claw hammer. Oh, buy one of them. Evil said, "We're on to you now. Your mother. You know you're Lynn. We know you're Lynn Thompson. Yes." Dave said, "All I've done today is plinking cans with my crossbow. It was fun. Nice. That sounds good. The one you sold to someone else, or was that someone else? So you've been plinking with your crossbow that you sold to someone else that you don't own anymore, or was that someone else?" Yeah. So I started developing other ways, and now I never look at something and go, I need to. Not with my knives and that. I've never looked at any of my knives and I need to weld, because I've always worked out some other way of doing it with pins or something, or you know. Yeah. There's at least 2 people said to me if they're joining in, can they weld? Right at this moment, though, I don't know what they're welding, unless they're going to weld the guard on. I don't know. I don't know what they're welding. Dave, that's someone else. I was just trying to cover you, Dave. I was just trying to make sure you was, yeah. What you all doing tomorrow? And did anyone put any bets on the horse racing today? I didn't. I could tell my brother-in-law had though, because he was sat there going weird at the fucking telly. Pete said I'd allow a guard weld. The Brit mod knife had them. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, the Brit MOD knife had. Yeah, no, totally. I said anyone can weld. Yeah, no, I did agree. Nah, that's fine, Peach. I don't mind. Welding is still not using a forge, so that's fine. That's the point of it. You can weld if you can make a knife with welding. That's not forging. So yeah, isn't it? Blade said MIG TIG welding was good steel to have, mate. Just get to use. I've got now. The thing is, we've got one. We've actually got one. I just can't be asked to learn how to use it. Just can't be bothered. Yeah, no, we've actually got one. I just can't be fucked. I don't know what it is. I think it's because, as I said, I spent so many years like learning other ways to not need one. Yeah, no, we've actually got one. Those are not really into gambling. Pepe said, I got a love-hate relationship with AI. I upscaled a blurry anime clip with it. It's better quality, yes. Does it look unnatural and nothing like the original clip? Yes. I did something like that recently. I had to upscale something. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, and it did half make it look weird. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? I don't hate AI either. And I think AI has its uses and is fucking decent for some things. But has anyone noticed AI adverts yet? Have you seen those AI adverts? And they just look so fucking wrong. Because the problem is they make these humans look like a normal human. However, the AI can't do the facial movements right or how people move their heads when they talk. So they'll be talking and they'll keep moving their hands like wrong or like doing inflections upwards when you wouldn't be doing it. So, just like me now. So they'll be doing that and you wouldn't be doing that when do you know what I mean? It's very weird. And it's obvious. It don't matter how good the quality is. So it looks like a real person. And the other thing it does, they'll open their mouths too much. These are on the telly. These are fucking adverts on the telly, right? They'll move their mouth sort of wrong for what they're saying. Do you know what, Pete? It is to fool the old farts, because all of these AI adverts are all aimed at old people. They are. And they probably don't, sadly, they probably don't fucking notice it. There's loads on eBay, is there, Evil? Fuck AI ads, so fucking lazy. I know. I can't understand the complex human brain yet, exactly. For Kraus said it has some uses, primarily as a tool for forming ideas, basic concepts to be expanded on by human designer. Exactly, that would work, yes. Some cases it can help me come up with the names of source material. Yeah, exactly. No, it does have its uses, but sometimes it's just fucking horrendous. Like, it's okay if you know it's AI, if that makes sense. But when they're trying to trick you, yeah, there are AI adverts, Pepe, on telly. Right. I think they're usually on. Right, hang on, I'll turn my telly on. I'll show you. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what channel they're on. Right, hang on. Blades said, I like the AI short form videos. Fights with Chuck Norris and Bruce Lee always end with Fatty Steven Seagal at the end butting in. Yes, well, that works because it's AI because they're now both dead, but that you can take, isn't it? You know what I mean? Right. Pretty fucking sure. Oh no, my fucking Freeview's fucking playing it. I forgot about that. Whatever channel Judge Judy's on. Legend. Try Legend. I forgot that my fucking thing is freezing again. Fuck it. But it's on one of those shit sort of channels. It was an AI looks like AIDS at a glance. Carl Steele, Chuck Norris, yes. Carl said, It's rather interesting when they are used to make a cover song with a famous person or another person's voice, like JFK singing Barbecue. Yes, so I've heard some of that. So not what you mentioned, but I have heard songs that people have been making for famous singers. And I'll tell you what, you can't tell the fucking difference. And the only reason I knew one of these songs wasn't a real song is because I looked it up. Because I wanted to see what fucking album it was from. And it turned out it wasn't real. It didn't exist. And the whole fucking YouTube channel was all fake AI songs, but you can't tell the difference. And they sound real. They don't have like weird inflections and shit. Yeah. Yeah. Dave said, Gossip Goblins stuff on YouTube is the best AI stuff I've seen. Have a look. Anything AI with goblins in, some people will know that's an instant turn off for me. Not turn off, but that's put me off already to have goblins. It's all right, I'm joking. That's like a little in joke for a couple of people, but yes. Gossip Goblins, I'll look into that. But yeah, some AI is good, but I don't know. The one thing AI is good at is music, not so much videos. Exactly. Yes, Goblin D's nuts, exactly. Exactly, Peach. But yeah, the audio, really good, but yeah. It's both incredibly terrifying but also interesting. The plot of Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty, was onto something. Yes. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But, what have I used AI for? Most of the time I try to use AI for images, occasionally for the spiral files if I need some background image that's just too difficult to sort of make. But, half the time they're fucking shit. Absolute shit. But then I am using shit like the fucking free one you get with like Facebook, Meta, whatever it is. Coban, he loves a bit of Metal Gear Solid 2 by the looks of it. Metal Gear Solid 2 had an amazing plot. It was the best video game story, hands down. Very clever writing, especially with the Colonel. I can only vaguely remember Metal Gear Solid 2 now. That's, in all honesty, probably I must have completed that at least 3 or 4 times. But that was a long time ago. Evil said we like to fuck with Google's AI. Yes, yes. I think my brother spends his time doing that. Cold Steel Solid Snake, maybe. Would I buy that? Maybe. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this. Pepe said Chat GPT makes good quality images. You get 5 free images a day on non-premium version. All right, I might look into that. And I didn't know you could get any free bits of it. Kraus said, I made a replica of Snake and Ryden's M92 Trent gun using a Spring Airsoft M9. I'd like to do the GBB one, but making a manual slide lock is a pain. Yeah. Coban said, Metal Gear Solid 2 had an amazing gameplay too. I got big boss rank, top score on all the VR missions. Nice. Coban said, I wanted to find an Umarex BB gun that was like that one in Metal Gear, but didn't have any. He said, why are we talking about AI? Are they not entertained? Well, that's a good point, yes.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Apparently not. Apparently I want to talk about AI. I'm talking about whatever comes up today. What have I got to do tomorrow? Hopefully, fuck all. Kraus said, Umarex, I think, make a blowback USB 45 air pistol. If that's your thing. Nice, that sounds good. Who's that to Kobani? But said, yeah, you just put in a prompt in chat for what the image you want to make and send it reference photo. Oh, that's quite good. I didn't know you could do reference photos. That helps, yes. Yeah, being able to send a reference, because I'm going to end up painting it now because I reckon I could do a better job anyway. But I wanted to do a pub sign for the Slaughtered Cock Inn. Is it Slaughtered Cock Inn? I think so. And it'd be a beheaded cock, as in cockerel. It's a parody of the Slaughtered Lamb. But I might just paint one myself, do a full size painted one, and then I've got the real fucking thing then. Pete said, going to buy a packet of Pokemon cards tomorrow. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a rare card if you get. That's you saying about Pokemon. My brother's actually going somewhere tomorrow. Are you going to a place, Pete? Are you going to a place that's like doing Pokemon stuff? Because if you are, my brother's going to be there. Real K said, you don't have the Blades of Chaos. What's the Blades of Chaos? I don't know. Khalid, how you doing, mate? He said, pub signs are classic. I miss them. Yeah. I'm gonna paint one, full size one. Maybe not full size, but pretty big. Yeah, the Slaughtered Cock Inn. Evil said, good luck, Pete. I got a pack of perfect order and got shit all. Craig said, I haven't got a BB gun, but I have a McDonald's straw with some rolled up toilet roll. Nice. That's a blowpipe. They're illegal to own. That's illegal to own. You ought to get a gun, mate. But anyway, Pete, if you're going to like a Pokemon thing tomorrow, my brother will be there. Cleet said, do have a similar knife to Crocodile Dundee. You do. I had one that was quite similar, but I think I sold it. This one's for the this one ain't finished yet. But yeah. Oh god. Pete said used to have them as a kid, had a binder and everything, and which I've kept them all now. Yeah. Well, that's so. I think my younger brother was just interested in just like seeing what ones he had, and now they're going to go and buy some. But my nephew is into them. But he's in now and going to the gym in WH Smith, now called TJ Jones. Nice. But he said, I'm going wolf hunting at the end of this month in Norway with my brother. Nice. You're taking your stick with you. Clay Bunny said, that'd be mental. Yeah, that's good. That'd be something interesting to do. Clay Bunny said, I have a BB gun that looks like the Smith & Wesson MP. I also have an Umrex arrow gun. Yeah, did you get your arrow gun then? Faltered the slaughtered cock in. Could have the sign set in the men's toilet of a gory hole in the background. That'd be quite good. Yes. I'll have to have a think about that. Yes. Well, because the thing is, it's when I say slaughtered cock, it's going to be a cockerel, though. So, yeah. If it was an actual cock. Crowd said, oh, fucking hell. My fucking hand's getting weird. Crowd said, I have an old grandfather's pub sign back when he used to own a pub in the 70s and 90s. He was even on the news. When he ran it, the band Slade were regulars because of family association. Nice. Nice. Craig said, yeah, I'm taking my staff with me. Nice. Yeah, beast that is. Oh, God, I'm going to put that away because it's making my hands hurt. Oh, fucking drop some of this shit in my hands. Persia, how you doing, mate? You're right. You just missed that. Get it out again for you. That's what I've done so far for my version of the Not Forged in Fire, but not finished yet. Nowhere near finished yet. How you doing, mate? You right? Guys, a cuppa feels good right now. A cheeky tea. Could do the trick, yes. Well, I just finished my coffee. He even said I've got a load of old and new cards. Like I said yesterday, I'm a pokey nerd. Nice. Yeah, my brothers have got, so obviously my younger brother is like 30 fucking, how old am I? He's like 37. Yeah. But he's got some from years ago. Cheers, Puzz, yeah. Yeah, it's looking alright, isn't it? Looking alright. Nowhere near finished yet though. But I wanted to get something done today because I wasn't having time to really do a lot. So I thought, fuck it, I'll get some of that done. So I just went a bit mad. Sorry, I've got to put this fucking painkiller shit on my hands. They're fucking killing me in a minute. You have to watch me rubbing my hands for a bit. Oh, fucking hell. It does work though. I wondered if it would work because obviously, you know, I know deep heat's different because it's just sort of heating you essentially. But I wondered if that ibuprofen gel stuff would work, and it does. It does work. Yeah. Paul said, wonder if the Isle of Man is taking English migrants yet. If enough of us got in, worked our way into power, look at sour-in-laws. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Kraus said, I may not be a blacksmith, but I have made a few whips. I'd like to make a chain link one, but I fear it'll be heavier than I can hold. You never thought about making a whip? Well, apart from like cat and nine tails type whips, you know, bondage whips. I have thought about making one of them. But, yeah. Somewhere to go down the line one day, and it whips. Yeah, sorry. I didn't finish working in the shed till about fucking 10 minutes before I started this live stream, so I'm a bit fucked tonight. Once all the painkillers kick in, Indiana Jones, more like, but yeah, pretty much. I had whips since I was a little sprout. Oh, I've had a whip once. We did have a proper whip once, and I don't know. It must have come from a car boot sale. But yeah, we did have a whip once. I can't remember what happened to it, but I remember messing around with it, and I could make it crack in that. Yeah. What have you been up to, Persia? Is your back still fucked? Have you been off work, Persia? Oh, God. Don't forget, everyone, that the giveaway for the Mankind Sobek is still going. So if anyone wants to put any money in for that, you can. Also, don't forget, I'm selling these cards, legal carry knife law cards. Persia, I'll send you some of these soon. Since it was sort of part of your idea. And the rulers. Sitting is a major cause of back pain. Luckily, I don't really have back pain. However, I was getting a bit of back pain, and do you know what? You're right. It was sitting on this sofa that was giving me a bit of back pain. Usually, my back's all right though. Coban? Do you mind me asking? What do you do for work? Don't say if you don't want to. It's fine if you don't want to. I was just curious. Kraus said, used to go around the park with a old 10-footer when I was little. It was actually fine since it wasn't considered a weapon. But that's not to say people weren't confused. Well, exactly. Pepe said, make a whip from Terrifier, similar to the cat and iron tails with scissor blades and scalpel. I've seen it. It was maybe add a brace for your arm. On the handle of the whip, yes. Yes, Pepe said, I was last week. I think I have cracked a rib now, though. But that's entirely my fault. Why? What the fuck was you doing? Coban said I work for God. Good for you. Good for you. How much are the cards? It depends, Danny. So for 2 cards on a ruler, it's £5. For just the 2 cards, it's £2. All right. But I think you're better off getting a ruler. Of course, I'd say that though. Coban, yeah. Crowd said excellent response, guy. And so it's fine. It's fine. I don't need to know, but I was just curious. Dave said I should be able to bung some more money at the Sobek on Thursday. I need it. Oh, Christ. I'll keep it going till at least next weekend, all right? Yes. Dave said never thought I'd miss working. Well, to be honest, it's the time, it's the spending this. Dave said was fucking about, and when you fuck about, you find out. Oh, yeah, exactly. I was thinking of getting a card and a ruler since I regularly have EDC and it's pain explaining to people. Get one, man. Get one. It's there waiting for you. They're there. It's ready for you, man. I've got it already. Get one. Get one. You get 2 cards, so you can like put one in your phone, one in your wallet, or one in your coat pocket, you know, so you don't lose it. You get a spare. You get one of my business cards, get the ruler and a key ring. Free postage. Well, it's not free postage, but you know, you still don't have to pay all of the postage price because I'm still fucking doing something like that. Anyway. Blade said, how are people meant to measure their tallywhacker with that ruler? It only goes to 3 inches. Need to sell a folding extendable one. Yes. I can, if you want a longer ruler, I can sort you out a longer ruler. Maybe you just sort of double it over, you know. Oh, Christ. Might watch a film after this because I'm quite tired now, but I slept quite good last night. I did sleep all right last night. And I've lost Lion. Danny said, let me know if I get passed in by the giveaway. We can have bid more. So I'll be honest with you, so far, Danny, no one's near you for the fucking, no one's near you. And that's 100% honest. And I think the next person down would be Dave, though. So Dave, it was just saying, Dave would be the next person on there, definitely. Yeah. Dave would be the next person on there. But he still ain't nowhere near you. But mine isn't particularly long, but it's thick as fuck. It's like a can of cola. Fake said, can't wait for June 3. I don't watch June 1 or June 2 yet. But yeah, the top runners so far would be Dave. So Danny's the top, and then Dave, and then a bloke called Malk. Yeah. Krause said, I wonder what our chances of getting a bloke or lassie in office who would open up the options of citizenry defence paraphernalia. I don't know. Highly fucking unlikely, I think. But you never know, though. You never know. I think pretty much zilch, personally. But you don't know. I'm not saying that's an impossibility. You don't know. Also, I doubt anyone, but Danny will get that crossbow with how many times his name's going in. I suspect. In the odds would be that, but you don't know. Because, one of the fucking times I did a giveaway, someone had paid £1 and won the main prize. So, it is what it is. Dave said, you watch Danny, someone who spent £1 will win it. Yes, exactly, Dave, exactly. That genuinely happened one fucking time. That's why I started doing the highest donator guaranteed prize. Because I felt so guilty that someone put like £120 and got nothing. But, that's the nature of giveaways. I can't say what it is. I said the crossbow has so much gear on it, I'm surprised it isn't featured in the Call of Duty DLC. Oh, Christ. It fucking looks like one, though, doesn't it? Looks like it should be. Oh, God. I hope you're all liking the stream, by the way. As in actually liking it. Put a like on. Do you know what? I just said put a like on. My brain went lycanthrope. Maybe I'll watch, and we have been going on about Slaughtered Cock in, Slaughtered Lamb in. Maybe I'll watch American Werewolf in London tonight. Yeah, I could sit and watch. Because I quite like that. It's a good film, even though I've seen it loads of times. It's nice watching something that you know is good occasionally. Because I get sick to fucking death of watching films that are fucking utter fucking turding bullshit, and there's a lot of films like that, and it really annoys me. Fucking boxes are underneath me arse cheeks. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I'll watch that tonight. Fucking good film that is. But yeah, Danny's top donator at the minute. Marvel Avengers bullshit, Dad. Oh God, yeah, I watch so much shit it drives me mad. Can't even remember the last good film I watched. Krause, I just watched The Rock featuring Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, as well as Con Air featuring Nicolas Cage and the Bold Bloke. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, they're both good films. Dave said, an oldie but a goodie is Sword and Sorcerer. Bit of cheese in there, but definitely worth to watch. I have seen that. I think I watched that on Richard's recommendation like a couple of years ago. But I said I haven't seen anything new that was fantastic for quite a while. might actually have been the Banshees of Inisherin, and that was more wow than wow. That was a good film. Banshees of Inisherin was fucking hilarious. Now, I've got quite a weird sense of humour, and so is Metallic. So she watched the Banshees of Inisherin with her daughter, her to-be son-in-law, and maybe her grandson. And she pissed herself laughing, just like I did with her when the bit about Little Brown Cock is said. No one else laughed. No one else laughed. I fucking pissed myself when he said about his dad's little brown cock. And I know he's actually talking about being abused, sexually abused by his dad, but it was fucking hilarious. But that's the kind of shit you piss yourself laughing at stuff like that, and no one else does. And then you think, oh shit, am I fucking weird? Pete said the UK is banning any content that depicts explicit intimate acts between step siblings and yes, I heard that. Yeah, family members, even if it's fictional and just part of a plot. Yeah, I'm stuck, step bro. Yeah, it's demented, isn't it? Well, they banned at one point. So people in the UK, if they're making a porno, can't film a woman sitting on a man's face because it's degrading to the woman, apparently. Anyone seen The Smashing Machine with The Rock? Is it any good? No, I haven't. No. But that looks all right. Pepe said that's what the director, Bowl, called them. Everyone calls him a bad director, true, but his movies are somewhat entertaining in comparison to the Avengers. Oh, okay, fair enough. Paul said, I'd like to get a real silver ornamental bullet. Wanted one since I was a kid. They have to figure out where to cast one. Yeah, that'd be interesting to have. Chris, I stopped watching Avengers after Infinity War, whichever ones where they lose and people turn to dust. But it's the last good one for me. Yeah. What was there was another one, Peach. There was another one, but yeah, they banned. So it's illegal for someone who's making a porno for the woman to sit on a man's face because that's degrading to a woman. That was what their reason was. That's fucking demented. Yeah. Yeah, Heat was a great film. Have you seen, so if you've seen Heat, they're going to do Heat 2. Have you seen LA Takedown, which is the original Heat? That's worth watching. Per se, a pure silver bodkin bolt or arrowhead would be nice. That's actually quite cool, yes. Yeah, do the same job, wouldn't it? Do the same job. But if they ban the stepsister, stepbrother thing, what about the classic novels and films? Now that kind of plot. Yeah, I know, it's demented. It's demented. I know. Because the thing is, it's not like it's real either. And that's the point. That's the point what Pete is getting at and what people are getting at. It's not real. It's not real. But, but then saying that, not that it's the same thing. I don't know if I should even talk about it, but I've gone about it vaguely. But let's not have a conversation about it. There was a porn film director who used to wear a cowboy hat. I can't remember what his name is now. But anyway, he did a couple of pornos where he mentioned, I've not seen these things, but he mentioned in it, so this was a fully grown woman in her 20s, and he basically called her a schoolgirl during this. I'm being very vague here. Basically called her a schoolgirl in this video. This is in America. He had to go to prison for that. Yeah. Had to get to prison for that. Anyway, let's move on. because it's getting down a dark line now. But I said, yeah, Wuthering Heights. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Wuthering Heights and the show Taboo could be cancelled. Exactly. Yeah. But what I'm trying to get at is, if it's not real, it's not the same, is it? And if they're obviously not, you know, someone who's obviously not that. But yeah, anyway. Birds of Dead would be reasonably easy to cast them, Dave. I melted silver before. Yeah, it's I don't know the melting point of silver. Is it reasonably easy to do then? So, face sitting, as far as I'm aware, it's illegal to film. So you can watch it in this country. You can watch it. So you could watch a porno where there is face sitting on it. But if you was making, then maybe they unbanned it. But if you was making a porno, you're not allowed to film someone sitting on their face if you're in the UK. Yeah. Dave said, yeah, definitely pretty low melting point. Should be able to cast it like bronze. But I said, yeah, it's just a little higher than aluminium. Oh, fair enough. Then that's not too bad then. Is filming face sitting in pornography in the UK banned? This was ages ago. So this was 2020. This was 2014. Hundreds of activists demonstrate against new pornography laws by sitting on each other's faces. They say the rule bans female sexual pleasure. But they might have unbanned it now. What a way to protest. Look at that. But yeah, that was banned on the basis that it's degrading to women. Yeah, a year after the ban on face sitting, I filmed my first BDN. Not me. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Paul said, you mean I can't watch more community anymore? Pepper said, well, I know women are doing that to me for real. I know it's okay if you're doing it real. You're allowed to do it in real life, but you're not allowed to film it. That's the thing. So it's not banned to do, but it is banned to film it in a porno and then have it, you know, on like Pornhub or something. That's just fucking pathetic. Carl said, so my missus can't plant on my face in her own confines, but it's not filmed. Sounds a little dense. Yeah, so it's all fine, but if it's filmed, yeah. Fuck's sake. Is it illegal if it's 2 men? Probably not. Probably not. Because I swear Facebook Marketplace is having me on. I see the same listing every other swipe. Blade said about arrowheads. I hate politics, but heard the government considering banning certain arrowhead broadheads. Yes, they are, yeah. Not legal advice, but I found a legal exemption for people wanting to keep ones you already have. How is that then? How would you do that? That would be very good. Danny said Shakira deleted it quick. The police are outside. What's going on? Turn my live stream off if the police are coming in your house. Not that I'm doing anything illegal, but you know. Pergio said, if a woman says daddy in a sexual manner, would it be bad? Would it then be considered against the law? That creeps me out anyway. Maybe, I don't know, because that's more than the step thing, isn't it? Yeah. And what I read on there, I think there was also a thing. So this, and it was a woman politician who started this shit as well. So as I remember, it was a woman politician who wanted face sitting banned, and also didn't want female ejaculation being shown in porn or being filmed in pornographies in the UK. Danny said, winding her up about the videos she'd done. That's right. Oh, God. Oh, the face sitting, you mean? Fuck's sake, Danny. I only just got that. Dave said, I did see a video a while back where a guy made broadheads out of spoons. Yes. But, yes, Blades Military, please let me know how we can keep our broadheads. Yeah, change the subject, full. How's the garden going? Fucking hell. You know what it's like over here. It goes into anything. The garden is doing okay. Well, so one of my tiny little sprouting tomato plants has died. Don't know why. It shouldn't have died, but it did. But I've got like 4 or 5 others. I have got some kind of pumpkin growing, I hope. Got one of them. And I planted some garlic. I think yesterday, was it? Yeah, but it's all right. But nothing's really growing yet. Anyone know anything about gardening? UK weather could I put my citrus tree back out yet, or would there still be frosts? Coburn is supposed to grow weed and papaya. I've grown weed back in the day, like 25 years ago. But not anymore. But I said Malk has a video making broadheads out of tin lids, doesn't he? I definitely remember him uploading years ago. Yes, and the funny thing is, I have a video showing how to make a broadhead out of spoon. I'm sure I do. And so does Malk. I'm sure he does. Vladimir said exemption is historical significance. If it doesn't have it doesn't have to be antique. But it needs to be the same design. The defence applies to ones in historically by England Scottish. Again, not legal advice. No, well, funny thing is, I did see that. I wondered if you'd seen something else. Because the problem is, I don't know how you'd justify a modern broadhead as historically significant. You know what I mean? Because it certainly ain't antique. But yeah, I suppose if you can make them look old, I don't know. But yeah. Danny said, I think it should be fine to put out. Do you reckon? But I'm not sure. Always good to check the weather forecast. Yeah, I might leave it a bit just in case. It won't hurt it if I don't. But I just said I would wait personally, but not for long. Cheers, pleasure. Black Metal, how you doing, mate? You right? Started my new knife build. Matt, how you doing, mate? My papaya got so big the trees fell down during a wind summit. Fool said you never know in this country. Well, no, exactly. We're hail in summer, yeah. Well, I've known it to fucking snow in April before, where I live. Matt said, yeah, Matt, we've had a banging night in Bristol. Saw, is that Chicane live for a chubby bloke in his 50s. He was great. Kind regards, Matt Stacey. How you two doing? You had a good night. Yeah, there's a little nice teaser for you. Grass says a bloke saying copper ingots and marketplace, 150 quid. Ava said, I'm back from cooking my dog's food and making myself coffee. Nice. Opinion on Linkin Park. I don't really know nothing about them. I know they make music, and I probably do know some of their songs, but they're not on my playlist. Black Metal's a good Mike. A nice tour, and I'm feeling a bit better. Nice one. I'm glad you feel better, mate. Yeah, this is nowhere near finished yet. Right, I put it away now. I suppose you've seen it. We spoke about today. Face sitting, drill bits, plants, crossbows. You know, you get a very eclectic fucking discussion here. How you doing, Bruce? Short, mate? He said, "Was snowing here in Scotland." Yeah, well, exactly. Grouse said, "If one were to get into blacksmithing, assuming that's the proper term to use, where would you suggest one starts?" Well, Crowl, I would say don't bother actually blacksmithing and do what I do, which is stock removal on already hardened and tempered steel, and you can miss out loads of processes. But yeah, more bladesmithing, I suppose. Talked about AI for half an hour, yes. Able said put the lemon out in mid-May. Also, as long as it doesn't drop below 0. Yes, I might leave it then. It's just, or maybe I could. What I could do, I could take it out for the day and then put it back in. But it's quite fucking heavy. Because I've seen their mother and they are on some of my playlists, but start singing it. So I only listen on my headphones. But it says several designs apply. They don't need to be old. Can be shiny new stainless steel ones, just the old design like a bodkin. For people wanting actual historical significant wide broadheads only design. Oh yeah, bodkins would be okay still. Bodkins aren't actually mentioned. But yeah. Black Master thanks. Just made the decision to send a letter to someone who I need to get my feelings off my chest. Yeah, do it, mate, do it. Matt said, Mike, do you think the government will try to ban consolidors if some nutter uses them to kill people? Maybe. I suppose they hadn't already been banned. Grail says, shall add it to my list. 206 activities. I can find it, the swallowtail. I know what you mean, yeah. It's basically a wide broadhead. Possibly the only one I can think of legally if they ban them. Yeah, like this, I think. Is this it? I may be wrong about that. Stacey, how you doing? You alright? Birdsen, I'm actually still waiting for the rules email about the Forged in Fire contest. Are you really, Persia? No, I fucking sent you that, didn't I send you it on Discord? And it might be going to spam, Persia, because I've sent that message out so many times. I think they start to think I'm spamming people. Persia, if you send me a message, send me an email, I'll send it right now. So they said, just took ages to sign in to this stupid hotel TV, fuck's sake. I hope you had a good night. Mother said, can't believe their first album was from 2000. It's just too good. Yeah, I must have heard Linkin Park music. Must have. But I couldn't tell you what it is. Yeah, Persia, is he not there now? I don't want to look fucking through emails for old Persia messages. Stacey said, "What's that knife you got in your hand?" So this is what I'm making for a competition. So someone can win this, but to win it, they have to make one as well. So everyone joins in making a knife. It has to be a Bowie knife with an 8-inch or longer blade. So this isn't finished yet. I've not put all the pins in. I need to tidy it up and finish it off. And then we're going to do it. Have you ever seen Forged in Fire? But it's going to be called Not Forged in Fire. Yeah. And then whoever wins, because I'm going to do it so I can't win, will win this knife. Quite nice, isn't it? I'm happy. I'd like it. Alex, how you doing, mate? He said, "How do you excuse carrying 2 knives? What valid reason do you give for carrying them?" Well, if they're non-locking and under 3 inches, you don't need to give them any reason. Really? You don't need to. However, if it's like a fixed blade or something, or over that length, or it locks, then you would need some excuse, and it depends what they believe, really. It needs to be something for work, and you need to be going to work. Having a lock knife on you without it being there to use for work or something. If you go fishing or something, you can have a lock knife. You know, you can have a fixed blade knife if you're going fishing or you are fishing at the time. Yeah. I thought I'd sent you all this, page, yeah. Right, I've just sent you it. Sorry I hadn't done it earlier. Are you two off? Stacey and Matt, have a good evening. Don't use too many consolidors on him. Good night. I'll see you soon. Have I ever been stopped for having a knife? I have not for like 26 years, but I have been arrested for having illegal knives a couple of times, yes. But they weren't legal to carry anyway. So I didn't have any excuse. And you know what I mean? If you're a teenager and you're out and about with a lock knife, there ain't a lot you're going to be able to tell the police to not let them fucking nick you. So she said, "Good night. WeaponCollector room service arrived." Yeah, good night. Good night. Carl said, "Not to sound political, do you think it's a tad unfair, maybe unjust, that Sikhs are allowed to carry a karpan, if that's how you spell it, even if it's not intended as a weapon?" Yeah, not really. I don't think it's unfair because that was kept in that because that's part of their religious like clothes. Because if you're Scottish and you're wearing all your traditional Scottish gear, you can carry a knife then as well because that's part of your traditional dress. Just I don't know. Maybe we ought to look back in history and see if there's some English traditional dress that involves a knife. How's that for a fucking way around it? Is there a traditional way of dressing in the UK that has a knife? Because I bet there probably fucking is. False said, or Evil said, my knee's starting to hurt again. Full will make me painkiller. Lol. Yeah, get some painkillers in you. Danny said I got 4.5 years. How long did you get? What for knife? Well, because I was underage, and if that's what you're on about, didn't get any kind of sentence for having a knife though. It was just but Matt said, "Mike, thanks. There's no consolidors. I couldn't take it." But no, I got did get done for. I'm pretty sure I've been done for having a knife. I've definitely been stopped for having knives. I even went into the police station accidentally with a lock knife once. You know what I mean? Blade said you can make your own, and there are some sellers that sell bodkin swallowtail, so they are available. Having swallowtail broadheads is better than none. No, well, exactly. Rysex, part Welsh, nice. President said I was admonished for carrying a blade and 14 replica firearms and an air rifle, but that was 20 years ago. I was completely legally within my rights, but I still had to go to court. Yeah. Maybe you should dress as Scottish, but I'm not Scottish, so I couldn't get away with it. Yeah, Sikhs have a knife, right? That's exactly. Even so, yeah, because they're more than happy to use it as a weapon. Those English used to carry longswords. Well, that's what I was thinking, Dave. If our traditional get-up is, some kind of, I don't know, and sword, well, we should be allowed to. Just dress as a knight and you can have a broadsword. Maybe we've just found the answer. Crafty Badger said, I'm traditional English. Knife maniac killer. Verse said, wearing a kilt. I went to a wedding last year and took my cold steel skin do. Jake. Yeah, Knights Templar. Yeah, Mum said a Knights Templar. Well, there you go. We must have some traditional... there must be some traditional English... Yeah. I can't think of the fucking words again now. Clothes. Whatever it is. Uniform. Yes, Knight Templar. Dave said I got fined 2K for a machete back in 1991. So Isaac said knife laws and the government is satanic. The intent is to disarm innocent people. That's what people reckon. Carl said, I know significant enough of what my ancestor did occupationally, especially with historically ready resources, but I haven't a clue what would be traditional. But yeah, you are allowed. So that's why the Sikhs are allowed it, and that's why the Scottish are allowed it, because that's part of their national clothes, if that makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, Knights Templar, you have a sword then. My ancestors' choice of weapons, according to recorded history, that they were archers. Our family motto is an archer's corps. Shame it ain't allowed. Evil said you tend to need to be a reenactment group for carrying something like a longsword. Yeah, well, I'm just if I could remember the laws. Hang on, I've got it written down somewhere. I'll tell you the exemption for carrying a knife or whatever it is. I don't know if I've got it though, because I didn't bother. But there is an exemption for carrying knives and swords. So, yeah, hang on. But I don't know if I've got it on here. So it said if it's an antique, you can own a sword cane. I don't know what the legality of using it as a walking stick though. Yeah. Perhaps what kind of knife do the Scots use? Skeen do, or what's the other one? I can't remember now. Oh, a dirk, that's it. So, hang on. So you can carry. I'm pretty sure this applies for most of the offensive weapons or knives anyway. Oh, where is it? It is shown that the possession is for religious reasons or for the purpose of making a weapon. Now that's religious ceremonies. Seek and seek. Hang on, no. That's for swords. But Sikhs are actually mentioned twice. I don't know. I'd have to get the fucking thing. But I don't think I've got all the details there. Fuck me, that's giving me a headache trying to read that shit. But yeah, the main one is the weapon is to be made available for religious ceremonies. So, I don't know. Also, though, the thing is, I don't think that gives a Sikh a right to carry that knife around at all times. It's only if they're carrying it for religious purposes or religious ceremonies. Because technically, you might be able to carry a sword then for a wedding because you want to do the old fucking cross sword thing. You know what I mean? With emo grass, it cuts itself. Oh, God. Carry a spoon and I'll arrest you for being emo with intent to do harm. Oh, gosh. Suppose I have both and carried both wearing full traditional dress. Cross said, if they introduce a carry permit for knives, I'll probably sign up. I can't lie. They're really good tools. Some nutters ruin the particular cause because they're causing violence. Well, yeah, exactly. A knife is a tool, isn't it? Right, where are we? Todd Cutler makes some really nice daggers. Shame I'm not rich. Well, there you go, exactly. Ableton, yeah, but you're actually Scottish, Persia. I don't think English folk could get away with pretending to be Scottish. No, that's what I was getting at as well. Persia, a Wiccan can also carry one bit again. You might have to appear in court to prove it. Yeah, I'd have to get, because the thing is, I printed out a lot of the laws recently because I was talking to them, the Funky Prepper. However, I didn't print out everything, and I don't have the specific bit about the different types of way you can carry, because there are some exemptions for offensive weapons. Where's the offensive? I don't know. I've got the offences on there though. Persia said evil. 2 words. Prove it. Pepe said that line from Cold Mountain. I would take away all the steel, every blade, every gun. Oh yeah. What about someone who uses a club? People blame things, not other people. Well, that's it. Because you know you can ban pretty much everything there's going, and it still ain't gonna stop people killing people, is it? Or you know, because there'll always be rocks. There'll always be the ability to sharpen a fucking stick or something. You know, and there's certain things you could never ban that have blades or you know, there's tools and shit. Yeah, exactly. Blade said, great, that's the solution then. If you want to carry a sword, you need to be going to a wedding at all times. A woman at your side at all times wearing a wedding dress. I think that'll pass. Yeah, good idea. Good. Well, there you go. That's what you have to do. Fall said the Millwall brick is traditionally English. You'll get done if you're caught taping one up though. Oh. Yeah, I've still never messed around with one of them. People often mention that in my self-defense videos. I think I did. Well, no, I've never hit anything with one to test it, but I have tried it. Rolled up a newspaper and folded it, and that is pretty much about as solid as a piece of wood. Persia said, as long as you have a legitimate reason for having it, you never say it's intended use as a weapon or self-defense. You can carry it. Well, exactly. There are you can. It depends what you're carrying and what you're doing. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's you. If I was going down the woods and camping, I'd take a knife like that with me, and I would have a legitimate reason for it. Evil said, prove what? That you're Scottish, or the English folk would struggle to pass the Scottish. Danny said, do you still have the ASI rifle? And what's the best ammo for it? I have a sniper repeat. I still do have that, Danny. That used to be my dad's, so that's old as fuck, that is. And there's also another one here now that is Jay's mum's. Oh god, fucking hell. I don't know what the best pellets for them is really, Danny, in all honesty. Right, said you could be attacked by animals or plenty of while camping, a sword is necessary. Fall said, let's take to the seas. Bet there are plenty of old cruise liners going cheap. Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, because you don't need, pretty sure on boats when you're out at sea, you don't need firearms licenses for guns either, do you? I don't think you do, because it's not part of country. Yeah. So you'd never be able to take that. You'd have to have the fucking boat away from land if you've got the guns on it. But yeah. I don't definitely know that, but I'm pretty sure you can have guns on boats. No certificates, no licenses. But obviously you could never bring that gun onto land. Yeah, not in international waters, yes. Blade said, Cold Mountain's a great movie. It was Natalie Portman, ironic, even though she wanted to ban metal. She was quick to pick up a rifle and put a bullet in the Confederate back for threatening her baby. I don't think I've seen Cold Mountain. Hang on. No, I don't think I've seen that. Can't remember ever seeing it. Is that Western, obviously? Oh, shoulder's fucking killing me. International waters are lawless as long as you stay away from trade routes. Nice. Get ourselves a cannon then. Go full on pirate. Blade says she knew it wasn't practical. She didn't really want to ban all metal. She was just saying if she could take it all away from evil people, she would. Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, it makes sense though. You can understand that. I've got to be careful, Rice, with my chest because I've got an injured chest muscle as well. But I'll put a pain pad thing on it in a bit. I do appreciate the advice though, but yeah. What, like that back? Oh, Christ. Person, I finished my chainmail today. Just have to make a leather pauldron to attach it to. Nice. That sounds great. Sounds great. Pepe said, yeah, and her line about getting rid of blades to when Jude Law saves their life with a hatchet. Do some rotor cuff exercises. What's that one, Peach? Ship with high sides and water cannons to keep pirates away. We will be. We're the pirates. We're the pirates. I'll stick a pain pad on it. It's because I've been soaring. I've been filing the soaring, so it's just wear and tear. It makes that shoulder really hurt. All right, yes, please, Pete. Right, so when stretching, it's about stretching the muscle. You should avoid putting pressure on your actual joints. Yeah, we are the captains now. Yes, Crow. Exactly. Yes. They only said stick a car battery on the railings. Oh my god. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. What's everyone up to tomorrow? By the way, I'm probably going to go off at 12 tonight. I'm a bit fucked tonight. Oh, what's your film? Fucking hell. Sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to get this done. Get, like, mostly done. Poor baby on the deck. I don't know. I don't want to be on a pirate ship out in the middle of nowhere with lots of baby oil. It gives the wrong impression. Right, Sax, who are you? Are you someone else? My Discord's private Discord. I'm pretty sure you're not in my Discord unless you're someone else with a different name. Oh, you Code Bunny? What made you come on with a different name? Krau said, no, read that. Peppo said, oh, wait, I'm going on. He said, oh, wait, sorry for going on, but that soldier she shoots isn't Confederate, but Yankee. She shoots Confederate land. Okay, fair enough. You're not bloody nuts. Different accounts for different devices, okay. Evil said I could probably pass as Scottish. My stepdad and his parents came from Dundee, so I picked up the accent easily. You know what, you probably could. You probably could. First said, yeah, the Discord is a local shop for local people, yes. Yeah. I have a private Discord. It's only got about 12 people on it, and it's very select few. Don't be disappointed if you're not on it. You're not missing much. But yeah. It is. I don't know what it is. It is what it is. It's invite only. Basically, I have to know most people, apart from one person. Everyone on there, I know what they look like and where they live. Tomo, how you doing, mate? You saw weapons and you clicked. Nice. This is a work in progress. It's not finished yet. What do you think of that? Full tang, oak handle, brass guard, a little bit of fire work on it. Also, Britain can't even defend the British Channel. We'll be fine on the high seas. Yeah, it's not finished yet. Sorry, Tommy. Are you watching vertically? I'll give you a better view. But either mods or people who didn't survive the Great Mod Fairs 2022. Exactly. Carl said, you thinking of engraving the bow? Probably not this one. That sounds like a lot of fucking work. However, I've got a sort of engraving thing. It's more like a scratchy type of thing, but that would be able to make a mark in this. Thomas said British. I'm just waiting. We're ready. Yeah, exactly, mate. But yeah. Dan, how you doing? You alright? Evil said hello, Tommy. Welcome to the madness and laughed. Yes. Gosh, we've had some very bizarre topics tonight. I'll probably go off at 12 though. Danton, now that's a wall to be jealous of. Thank you. Tells us he's got an awesome crossbow last week. What did you get? Oh, by the way, so I can't show you it. I can't hold it, however. See that crossbow just there, right? fully kitted out with probably over 100 quid's worth of stuff on it. That's got a bayonet on it, side mountable speed loading quivers that mount on the side and can be put in the top, red dot sight, torch, stock bags, good sling, all of that. That's in a giveaway right now, a paid for giveaway. So for every £1 you donate, you get an entry into, you basically pound per sort of ticket, pound per entry. If you would like to do that, someone put in the word ! Support, and you just donate basically. And for each £1 you donate, you got a list. There's the list, and I'll draw it soon, next week. Bro said, being Scottish, I can carry a knife in my sock, but I can't get air rifles. That last nightmare. Russia's just cruising through without any sort of obstacle bigger than a rubber boat. So I also got an awesome crossbow last weekend. Because a CNC machine does the job, you can get an entry level one, 400 quid. Nice. Danny said, been offered a Vauxhall Zafira for 350. Do you think it's worth it? Sadly, I know nothing about cars. I haven't got a license back yet. I was banned for 7 years. I ain't got a clue about cars, Danny, so I can't really help you there. Blades said, definitely need to watch Cold Mountain. Nicole Kidman, top 5 more all-time favourites. Reason isn't as well known. Its first 30 minutes isn't great, and it becomes brilliant. Okay, American Civil War. I might have seen it. Dan Rickard said, get the crossbows on, quick order. Time for the ball scissors. It's about to come. But yes, ! Support. Put your donations in, and you're in for it. Thomas said, terrible cars. You're off, Dave. Good night, mate. Don't forget to get some more entries in soon. So yeah, £1 an entry. Just click that link. The link is in the description as well. For just says donations. Go to that, donate. Each £1 you donate, you get a £1 entry into getting that, and then I'll draw it in about a week or so after next weekend. All right, get in there. 30 people watching. Don't forget to like the stream. But Bruce, Mike is a fan of Scottish license scheme of the air rifles, as he was gifted a fantastic air rifle because I was. I'll have to get the Ned Hunter out soon, do a bit of shooting with it. Carl said, I know shit all about cars. I didn't even get my driver's till I was 20. I didn't get a driving license till I was about fucking 26, maybe 32, I don't know. And I've never driven since I got it. I'm staying sober tonight. I've been drinking too much lately, and he's been driving me a bit mental. Making me very paranoid and weird. I need to let my brain fucking get back to normal. Cheers, Peach. I got your link or whatever. Suppose I have sent you them rules now for the life build. Time to the leg bender scrumpy. Just got back from Cheddar. Bought 10 litres. Nice. That sounds good. Vol said we were halfway through the director's cut of the movie Mimic when we got the notification for the stream. You should feel honoured. I do. Thank you for interrupting your film. I can't watch this absolute bull plop. Talking about fucking face sitting and AI and utter bollocks. Person would need a good clean, Mike. I definitely didn't clean the barrel for 10 years. And a few thousand pounds. Do you know what though, Persia? Some people reckon you should never, ever clean the inside of a barrel. But I don't understand why, if that's true. Why do they sell cleaning kits for barrels then? Do you know what I mean? But that's what I've heard. I've heard people saying they never clean them. Never ever clean them. But what the fuck is the point in them selling cleaning kits for barrels then? Unless they're not for air rifles. Because I prefer my PPL over my drivers. Why drive when you can fly? Is that what that is? I don't know what that is. Danny said, I've been driving since I was 10. Give me another 15 entries. That's right. I fucking hate driving. Danny said, I heard that. So I called a barrel in. Never done it myself. Yeah, I don't know. Thomas said barrel needs to be clean. Well, I've always figured that if they sell cleaning kits of barrels, then it must be you must need to clean them. But people reckon that you shouldn't clean air rifle barrels. The more shit that gets into them, the better they shoot. But I don't know whether that's true or not, because I've always cleaned my barrels. Yeah, setting the barrel in. Yeah, never done it. Thank you, Dan Rickards. Yes. Yeah. Carl said, I did find a lovely sub 12 foot-pound .25 air rifle recently. No idea if it's worth looking into. I've never had a .25 air rifle. However, the .25 air rifles, the pellets look massive compared to 22. Yeah, more shit, more resistance. Yeah, but which may make it harder for the pellet to come out, which may make more pressure, may make it shoot harder. But I don't know, Tomo. I'm not an expert. That's what I'm saying. Persian, I just watched The Patriot during the week. Always makes me want a tomahawk. Fool said the lead gets into all the imperfections after a few hundred pellets, and I've always found they shoot better. There you go. That's what I've heard. That is what I've heard. Don't forget to like the stream, everyone, by the way. And if you want to just donate, just for the sake of it, ! support, put a donation in. Don't have to go into that giveaway. You help me out. Because this is my living. Thomas had never thought about the pressure thing. Good point. Yeah, I'm no expert on it, but that's what I figured. The sort of more pressure, that it might hit harder. Essentially, I don't know, but yeah. But it's one of those things I've always thought was a bit of a. It definitely seems to work for people, but I always wondered if it was a bit of a myth, because I couldn't see the point of having. Why the fuck do they sell cleaning kits for air rifles if it makes it shoot worse? Danny said, sent to your bank, having problems with paper at the moment. Let me know if you get it. I got the 1 and the 9 earlier, Danny, just to prove I did. Yeah, I did get that one. Rysak said, I like the Crossman you can pump up. Yeah, I know the one. Yeah, pump it up like that. I had a Crossman rifle like that, and my brother's got a pistol like that. So I'm just a clean freak, love to keep my toys and purposes. Well, so do I. I've got some air rifles. They're fucking broken now. I lent them to my brother and only broke both of them. However, externally, both those crossbows look pretty much brand new. Because I've always kept them good. I think they're like 25 years old. I'm going to fix the guns. It was just an internal issue. I think the head of the pistons have come off both of them. I don't know why. You have to do it both. Yeah, 2.2 Crossman, right, so that would be good. I've got a 2.2. So my favourite Crossman is the Crossman 2.240. That's a really good pistol, that is. You can get loads of mods for them nowadays. Evil said, I'm hurting myself to look after a disabled man and elderly dog while I'm injured. Give me 15 entries. Fuck's sake. Oh, gosh. Look, I don't know where you don't think you're getting these bloody entries from. Oh, Beeman P17. I probably do know what that one is. Kraus said, my mate sold me his old Umarex full metal blowback Uzi because it was broken. I'm well happy because I managed to fix it. They're proper rare these days. Yeah, but that's lovely. That's lovely. Fong said, Crossman Medalist was the pump-up pistol they used to have as a team. Hit targets like a hammer. Nice. I sent another 15, did you, Danny? Let me just check, mate. I'll let you know. Even if I don't, I just fucking review. Oh, gosh. I remember the old gat guns. Yeah, the old gat guns was great. You used to be able to push them in with your hand. I've seen someone get shot in the crotch with a dart from one of them once. Well, about that far away from their actual like vagina, put it that way. By another girl who we didn't realise was about to do it, and they loaded up the gun and shot the other one right in the crotch, and then sat there like it was pretended it was an accident. Hang on. Right, Danny, done. What's that make? 100 now, isn't it? No, way behind you, mate, I'll tell you. He was saying, I can't leave her for a reason, you know. Dad said, I love Umric Smith & Wesson competitor. Awesome looking. Darts, pellets and corks, yes. It's kind of a shame they haven't made any proper pump-up style air rifles yet. Yeah, they would be good to have. President, I had a Barnett gat gun. Love that one. What was the Barnett one? Was that the Stones? Because the common gat gun you could get was always the 177 one. But I knew someone who had a 2.2 gat gun, and it was a lot more powerful than the standard ones. Arcade Rafe, how you doing? Nice collection of fake squirt guns. No squirting going on here, mate. Blaze said, yes, I have 2.2 air rifle. It's an antique German militia brand. Is that militia? My favourite air rifle, smoothbore. 2 rare, over 100 years old. Nice. Yes, Persia, exactly, yes. That one's going out to Arcade Rave. Don't be a dick, yes. Also, I snuck pellets into Fort Park when I was a kid and put them into a target gat guns. They used cork whips. They were not amused. The fucking hell, great. That was 177 if it was square. Oh, okay. Kraus said, I don't know what the 2.2 one is, but yeah, I've only ever seen one person with that 2.2 fucking gat gun. It was bigger. Yeah. Kraus said, is there a reason why you can't get air guns that are considered lethal without a defense in realistic color, but not airsoft guns, which are intended to be shot at humans? Is there a reason why you can get air guns that are considered lethal without a defense in realistic color? No, I don't know. Yeah, there is a reason, but I don't know what. I was hurting my brain though, trying to work out how to answer that. Yeah. Because you can get some air rifles now that look like M16s and shit, which I think are pretty cool. I think there should be a lot more companies making air rifles that look like proper fucking nice rifles, but they don't. Persia said, I have a Webley 2.2, the one where the barrel lifts from the back. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Yeah. Malt's got some of them. He said, my mum wouldn't let me have an air rifle as a kid. She didn't want us hurting ourselves. Boring bitch. I'll tell you what, I didn't have an air rifle. I didn't have a proper good air rifle until I was old enough to buy it myself. because my mum and dad wouldn't let us have an air rifle because they knew we managed to get an air rifle off of someone else, and we did used to shoot each other with it. But luckily, we never had any pellets, so we used to shoot each other with matches and shit, or anything you'd fit in the barrel. And we did get bought some really, really nice BB guns as kids, as like teenagers. But again, didn't purposely wasn't bought any BBs to go with it. And in them days, you couldn't get older BBs like, you know, you would have had to have. Well, I'd never at that age, I'd never even seen a catalogue or anything that sold anything like that. So you'd have had to have gone to like a gun shop or looked in the back of like a magazine, like what was that yellow? There used to be like a yellow newspaper thing that used to sell, that was all selling stuff, and it'd have like, that's all it was. It was like a yellow newspaper, and it had, the front was all for sale and all the back was to buy, or the other way around. I mean, who remembers what that was? But yeah, it was a great gun. I love Webley. Yeah, Webleys are good guns. Free ads. Thank you, Tommy. Yeah, the free ads. Yeah, the fucking free ads. Thank you. I knew someone would remember that. Yeah, back in them days, you would have only found stuff like that in like the free ads or going to like a gun shop. Yeah, fucking free ads. I forgot about. Yeah, that's a good memory that's been brought back. That the free ads. I used to look in the free ads a lot for like when I got older, looking for things like air rifles and guns and shit like that. I don't think I ever bought any from there though. But I always used to look through there, hoping that there'd be something interested and get. I don't think I ever got anything from there though. So yeah, I didn't have a air rifle that was properly good until I was about 19. And that's the one I've still got now, a BSA Lightning. Still got that now. Danny said, I love it, I didn't want the cover. Thomas, yeah, some of the stuff I got from the free ads was awesome. Yeah, what a great memory, free ads. It was yellow, wasn't it? I was going to see if I could find a picture of it for people. I don't know. Showing your age now. Yeah, I remember it being yellow. I'm sure it was, wasn't it? Well, free ads still exists by the looks of it. You just don't get the fucking the paper anymore. So, right, I'll be off soon. By the way, I might stay on for a little bit longer. British Small Arms, great company. Has BSA in it. Yeah, BSA. I got me on BSAs. Fallen Hill said I was allowed to play with my dad's high-power HPA rifle. I was 5 years old in the mid-80s. They'd leave me all day sat on a bench shooting the target box alone and casting new ammo from the used ones. Nice. I had shot an air rifle. Actually, saying that I had shot my dad's air rifle down the yard a couple of times, but I was never allowed one on my own. Right, so I said, don't see any 2.25 BB guns. I don't know if you'd get a point. I don't think you'd get a .25 BB gun. I've never known one. You could get an actual pellet gun though. An actual pellet gun, like an air rifle pellet gun in .25. Maybe it's not very common in America. Bruce said, I think it was yellow for the Wednesday and blue for Saturday. Okay. Carl said, I do love my shell ejecting air rifles since we can't have a TAC anymore. They're the closest we can have. If only there were more shell ejectors. Even my mum was weird. She tried to shield us from the world. It made us quite naive, to be honest. Thomas said, is that a Bowie behind you on the wall? There, yeah. That one there or that one there. They both are. Yeah. Pete said you can get 8mm airsoft gun, but not common as 6mm. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Danny said, I'm always shooting out back with Shakira. The neighbours go mad. Get bored at 3 a.m. Fuck's sake, Danny. Shooting at 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you got silencer on there. Oh, gosh. I like to do a bit of shooting. As I say, I need to fix both my air rifles. I don't know what happened, but Jay borrowed both my air rifles, and both of them had the exact same thing go wrong with them. And the only thing I can figure, if they hadn't been shot for a while, and maybe because it was so cold at the time, the drop in temperature had restricted the I don't know what, but it may have restricted the metal, which made the piston get stuck when it shot. And then when it got cocked, it pulled the spring back and left the piston at the front. And the only reason I know that that's definitely what's happened is because if you stick a piece of metal in the hole where the air comes out, the piston is at the front of the fucking like you pull it down a bit and then put a bit of wire in, it's blocking it. Yeah, I'll be able to sort them out. This is at the time my hands was fucked. Crowd said you can get exploding 17722 pellets. They're quite loud. Tomo said the neighbours hate me and my son too. Always in the backyard letting off some steam. Fuck's sake. My neighbours ain't too bad. They've always been alright with me. Tom said, not my fault the neighbours are pussies. Yeah, exactly. All said they dieseled it and screw your piston head and sounds of it. But the thing, I don't think he'd know how to do that. It definitely weren't. I don't think he would have dieseled it. Because it's just weird. I don't know how both of them did the same thing. Because I tried to work it out. The only thing that was the same was how cold it was. That's the only thing I can. Nothing else. He hadn't done anything with them apart from just shot them. So I don't know, but I'll sort them out. I ain't that bothered really. It's just pain in the arse, and when I want to shoot them, I can't. But I've got others. Yes, like the stream, peasant bitches. Exactly. But yeah, don't forget to like the stream. I'm going to go off in a minute. Yeah, fuck it. Simple. He doesn't get to use air rifles again. Well, exactly. Fucking both of them. I couldn't believe that. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Same user. I've just tried. It's just weird that the exact same thing happened to both of them. Because I did say to him, had anyone else used them? And because it made me wonder if someone else had deliberately fucked him up so he got the blame for it. Because when he was borrowing them, he took them to work, but he said no one else touched them. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'll sort them out. You know. Tom said they called the police on me 3 times for using air rifles and catapult in the back garden. My land, nothing they can do. Well, exactly, Tommy. That takes the piss, though, doesn't it? You know, you should be able to do that with a bit of fucking peace, shouldn't you? Right. Let's call it a night. I do appreciate everyone watching. It's been a good evening. It's been a weird one. We spoke about a lot of random crap, but you know, that's how it goes. If they don't like it, they get a CCC. Exactly. That way. Crinkle cut cocks all around. So yes, I do appreciate everyone watching. I'll see you all. So tomorrow night. Let's do. I'll tell you what. We'll do a quick little poll before everyone goes, if I can get there. Hang on, I can't remember how to do it now. Okay, wait a minute. Let me write this poll. So don't go yet. We'll do this poll and then we can work out what we're doing. All right. Oh fuck! I can't see what I'm doing. Right, if this is spelt wrong, I'm just going to leave it how it is. Well, let's do a quick poll, shall we? Hang on. Oh, I can't see half the buttons. Right, there's a premiere on tomorrow. You can yes, there's a premiere on tomorrow. When should I start it? Stop waving that blade at me. Good night, everyone. Do the premiere before you go. Not the premiere. Do the poll before you go. Went to all that trouble to do it. Has anyone voted? So currently it's on at 7:30. Do you want it done? Do you want it on 7:30 tomorrow, 8:30 tomorrow, or 9:30 tomorrow? It's not in the chat. How did someone do it then? How did you do the poll? Whoever did the poll, how did you do it? Someone's voted. There's 3 people have voted so far. I don't know. I don't know how this works. I've never done it before. I've never done these ones. Ah, it must only be in the vertical. All right, fair enough. Most people are saying 9:30. All right, I'll change it tomorrow. Looks like everyone said 9:30. All right, fuck it. We'll do it at 9:30. So tomorrow night there's a premiere at 9:30. I'll change it now. Right. Thank you for watching, everyone. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like the stream before you go. So I'll see you all tomorrow in this premiere. It'll be me and it's taken from Funky Prepper's live stream that I did with him. So he'll sort of be hosting it, but you know, I do most of the talking in it. So yes. Good night, everyone. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate it. I'll see you all tomorrow night. 9:30. Right. See you later. Good night.